So another episode of Divine Panther presents. We are halfway through the ending of The Boys as we talk about season 5, episode 5. Edgar's still here, Firecracker's gone, and we still don't know who Bombsight is and where he is. So we got things to get to. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. You can like on the video, you can comment on the video, you can share the video, how you think the series is going to end. Let's get to all that.
Wait, I got to do it now. Wait. This is gonna be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us for another video. Chris, I want to start with Firecracker because I thought they did a great job giving her an origin story of sorts, you know, and taking her through a character journey before she died. What'd you think of Firecracker's story?
Oh, I thought it was really good. I thought the way they handled her was nicely done. She was always a character I didn't really care for. I mean, I understand she's not supposed to be a character you're supposed to like, but you know, neither is Homelander, but you just wind up loving Homelander. You know what I mean? And Firecracker, I would say in the last season or so, she kind of evolved for me in the sense of like me being like, okay, actually, I really like this character now, you know? And then, yeah, this episode, especially like when she's like in front of like all those people in that teleprompter and kind of doing a psych out because everyone I'm pretty sure was watching it and be like, oh, she's about to go off script. You know what I mean? And no, she was literally at that moment, she sold her soul. She sold her soul and everything that was about her because she loved this man. You know what I mean? She gave up everything that was about her, you know, her upbringing. Like this Reverend pretty much raised her, right? And literally she was like, oh, but this is the man. Like, I guess we should have seen this coming because she nearly died just to take those pills or whatever, just to lactate. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And, you know, I mean, she, you know, and then now her ticker's all screwed up, you know, but yeah, I felt like that was very, very, and that was extreme. I got extremely sad for her. I was also pissed because at one point, like at the very end, when he's like, "You're out of the 7," I was like, "Bitch, just pack your shit and go." Like this dude is on a murder spree right now. She just said go, and then you like grabbing his arm. I'm like, oh my god, like this heifer, like what the hell? And then when she said, she's like, oh, you know, you're the greatest man I know, and he said man. Not like he said, man, I was like, okay, that was strike 2. Now he let you live again. Now get your ass out of there. Like, you know what I mean? Like say sorry to the Reverend later. I don't know that Reverend gonna take her back, you know. But yeah, it just, and then yeah, it's just, and unfortunately, it was a very transactional relationship that Homelander had with her. You know, she loved him. He only loved her because she possessed the milk and whatnot and all that. And when she couldn't produce, guess what? Oh, Father, I need you. And you know, and he don't let nobody in this room unless you're his second hand. You know what I mean? Second in command, essentially. So yeah, I was really, for the first time, I was really, really sorry for her. And you know, so it was, ironically, it was very, very sad. It was very, very, very sad and tragic for her, essentially, to kind of just give up her soul and just kind of stripping everything away from her and basically saying like, screw God, screw Jesus, because I want you, you know, because you want me to see you as Jesus, so therefore I will, you know. And that's sad because you see people kind of pretty much do that now, you know what I mean, for different people, you know, for a lot, for you know, on a lesser scale, but you know what I mean. You know, just, you know, especially they're in bad relationships and they just will literally go through the torment and go through torture just because they love this man or they love this woman or something. You know what I mean? It's just it's a sad thing, but I enjoyed it. So
it's interesting you saw it. So I was looking at what Firecracker trying to do. See, I thought it was survival, like because she was, as Father pointed out, and I thought he was really behind everything. Like when her phone started to ring and the Reverend was calling, and Father was like looking at her when they were in at the headquarters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Yeah, well, what's going on with this?" And she's like, "Don't worry about it," right? Then you find out that he looked into the Bible, like he wasn't trusting that she was fully committed, to Homelander in this new church and everything, right? And then he's the one that it's only between those two, but he finds out that she was slowing down the production of the new Bible, the new Homelander Bible. He looks again when again the pastor's calling again, and I thought it was going to be him that goes to Homelander and be like, Firecracker is not on board like you think she is. And then therefore, like he's done to many, many other people, he kills her because she's not committed, right? So when she's on camera, she's with the Reverend. She's like, he's what what to be true. Like he is not God, like he's not, the savior. And she's like, yes, but he can kill me, and he don't like hear bad feedback, right? So I took it like she was like, I gotta say this, or again, he's gonna kill me. Then he finds out that you've been sleeping with my dad. So it's like you chose my dad over me. You chose.
He was fine with that though. He was fine with the sleeping part. He was fine with that. He's so paranoid about people talking shit about him. That's the thing he hates. I think he's pretty, at this point, he's pretty much asexual. You know what I mean? Let's be real. He doesn't give a shit like about having sex at this point. You know what I mean? He used to, and now he doesn't care. You know what I mean? It was more of like, what is other people saying? You're saying what about me? You know what I mean? And
so, but I'm saying, but it's still behind his back. She doesn't believe, like, she's like, no, like he is not Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a great man, but she's like, I told your dad the truth of what I really feel, right? So then I was like, okay, so I thought it was gonna be an A-Train moment. Is like when she's facing him at that point, and she's like, oh, he's about to take me out. Especially when he was like, again, he's like, now you're choosing Jesus over me, right? So I thought she thought, okay, I'm done, but I'm gonna tell him how I feel, and then she goes out like A-Train. Like there's an actual change in her arc, and then instead, like again, like you said, he's like, go. And I was like, holy shit. But then she doubles down, and now she's I've always been committed to you. And I thought maybe it's because I burned all my bridges for you. Like I burned the pastor. I suggested he was a molester and all this other stuff. And now you turned on me. So I wanted the Reverend to call her and have that. I know he tried to call. I wanted the conversation of, how could you do this? You can't come back home. That kind of thing. Like she's like, my choices have had me committed to this Homelander religion. That's what I'm saying. So then she's like, I gave up everything for you, and now you don't want me, and I'm not gonna have that. But I think it seemed like he changed. He killed her when she said even God needs love, and he was like, no. Like something. I think that kind of tricked in his head to be like, I can't be a God and still be vulnerable. And then
yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, so I do think part of it is survival. I think I do think there was elements in it that kind of showed that it was that she legit still like kind of loved him still, And I say that because like even earlier in the season, when he moved off of her with the whole one, she couldn't produce anymore, and she was making this milk. You saw she got upset. She got upset that he moved on. You know what I mean? So that was the first thing. You know what I mean? So you started seeing that, and then even when people was it Ashley or somebody was talking stuff about Homelander, and she was just like kind of defending him. You know what I mean? He wasn't in the room, still defending him, right? And yes, she knows that he can kill her at any point, right? You know what I mean? But then you saw in this episode, she even took that little figurine of Jesus and threw it away. You know what I mean? Her keeping it wouldn't have done anything. But she literally was just going to be like, screw it. She was all in and just
I get shit
away. I get you. You know what I mean? And then I think the fact that she did grab him when like she got an easy out. Now, granted, I can see both things. I can see it that I can see that she was also saying like, yo, I basically like just
sold my soul,
my reverend, and you know what I mean, because of that, you know what I mean. So she was so I guess you could say she's super upset. But then I also felt like, especially when she did it twice, I was like the second time she truly was kind of putting her emotions out there, you know what I mean? And like you saw her crying, like real tears, like towards him, you know what I mean? So that's what told me that it was like love and, you know, I guess survival, but it's also still love.
No,
you know
I hear you though. You're right. So when she hello Candy, how are you? Thank you for hanging out with us. Candy. I agree. Her throwing away the Jesus statue was a big step. You know, like she was like, I'm committing to whatever this Homelander thing is. He also cried when she's like, I'm here for you. I've given everything to you, right? Like he felt that, and I think maybe he felt vulnerable.
That was weakness.
Like,
that
right?
Was weakness.
Yeah. And he's like, I can't have that. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, and also this is the second mother figure that he's killed, right? He killed Marilyn in season 1. You know what I'm saying? Then he killed the
and not only that, he also thought he killed Ryan. He thought he killed Ryan. So pretty much in his head, he's like, I got to get rid of all these people that are making me weak. And it's the people that are like, you know.
So you weren't here what I was talking about. So you feel he thought he killed Ryan? Like right now,
I did not think initially when he was beating him at that moment. I did not think that until the next episode when Soulja Boy imprisoned him, and then Billy and then Butcher came out and saw him like basically in prison with the uranium or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Hey, you're gonna beat." He said, "Hey, so you beat your boy to." You're gonna beat up your boy or whatever, and then you saw him look up like he's alive. Like he was like he said something like he lives, like he was alive, like he was surprised.
All right.
He made it seem like he was surprised.
Okay.
So to your point, I think at that moment, I do think he still kind of held back on Ryan. I do think he kept, but I feel like he legit thought he killed him though too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because at that point, he may think all he has left is Soulja Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like in that kind of sense, right? Like if I either I killed Ryan or I definitely pushed him away, right? And I'm saying, and so like all I got is you, you know. So as a father figure, you know, could be.
Yeah.
But so to connect, let's go down this road. So I want to talk about Stan. So Stan Edgar is still alive and kicking and doing quite well. Actually, I thought he was gonna have some broken limbs or eyeball missing or something. And I love what. And then we're gonna go to Sister Soldier because they're all doing the same thing. So Edgar, again, much like Sister Sage, is trying to pull a wedge between Soldier Boy and Homelander.
Right.
And it's like because I think everybody knows that right now the only one who could take him down is Soldier Boy.
Right.
And I love that and Stan said the right thing. He was like, you are so needy of father figures that you're keeping the two around who hate you. And yeah, he's like, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like I need you here, Stan, to show that look at me, look at what I can do, right? You know, like I became something. And I was like, that's awesome. But he's still trying to put that wedge to be like, your daddy ain't shit, and he knows you ain't shit. And he's very consistent about that. So I thought, but then I love Soldier Boy was able to think his way through this. Like he was like, it's not brute force, it's not the threat of death. I know where your grandchild is and her dad. Yeah. And I was like,
there you go. Yeah. Because at that point, that was good. And I don't know why I didn't even see that coming. Because
it's Soldier Boy. Why would you? Why I wouldn't think Soldier Boy would go there. I mean, this seems like more like a brute, like Homelander. I don't think he would have the brains to be like, let me go through his pressure point, which would be his family. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, and the thing is, Stan is like literally that dude. I mean, because at that point he didn't care about dying. He was like, kill me, you kill me, I still win. Like, you know what I mean? And then and that's what kind of frightened me a little, because I'm thinking to myself, oh, what? Because in my head I'm thinking like, oh, this dude's going to live like to the end. Like at the end, it's going to be like what he said to Mother's Milk. He said, these suits might be gone, and guess what? I'm gonna still be back on top of all. Like I'm gonna be back a CEO. You know what I mean? Because in my head, I'm thinking like, this is how the show is going to end. It's like him going to be involved, and then I don't know, maybe Mother's Milk tried to take him out, like, you know, fulfill the prophecy. You know what I mean? So when I saw both Soulja Boy and Homelander going back in his cell, and they all gave him that look, I was like, oh shit. I was like, you got both. One of them was bad enough. You got both. I was like, oh fuck me. Like, oh, I was like a mere human. You know what I mean? Yeah. I thought so again, I thought it was, he used his own leverage, right? And which is up here. Like, he had to outthink the situation. And both of them did. So like Soulja Boy outsmarted, outmaneuvered like Stan. And I thought like that's awesome. So I wanted to give him like 2 points for that. But also real quick, to be like, Soulja Boy, as much as he like, my son is nowhere near Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a God, you know what I'm saying? He's a disappointment for the most part, but he's still my son. So right. I like, fast forward, I like the fact that Soulja Boy stood up for him, you know what I'm saying? When Mal Chemical and all them tried to take him down, he's like, you're not doing that to my kid. And I thought that was I was waiting for him to be like, damn it, Cass, no. Damn it. Now I do say I didn't watch Supernatural like that, but I did not. But really, I recognize the significance of like Sam and Dean and like everybody together. Like I get that. So what did you think seeing the Supernatural cast together? The only thing that was missing is the ex-president. I mean, I guess they killed the president, but the one, I guess they popped his head off. But I thought it was awesome. I kind of wanted, I don't know. I wanted it to be corny. And they put some corniness in the background with the posters. And there was a thing that said one of them was saying the speedster. It says fighting ghosts in a supernatural speedster way or something. I was like, they said it, you know. I wanted a little bit more. I wanted like Soulja Boy to look at, to essentially look at Mr. Marathon and be like, damn it, Sammy. Damn it, Sammy. Or well, not Sammy, but like, it's like, damn it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or something. I wanted like someone to call him an idiot and whatnot. I do like how all three of them were the soups. You know what I mean? Yeah. In that scene, you know, I thought it was awesome. This is the whole thing was so Eric Kirk. You know, this was, and I'm not going to lie, that whole scene alone does nothing for the show and the story, but I gotta say that is probably this is probably my favorite episode because of that scene. It does nothing. It does absolutely nothing.
Nothing for the overall story.
Fans. It was for, I think it was straight up like, if you watch Eric Kirk, you know, like he got to have his boys there. He got to have Seth Rogen in there. He got to have Will Forte. You know, got to have all of them. You know what I mean? Literally, the only one that was missing was really Michael Cera. You know what I mean? You know, well, James Franco, but you know, James Franco was that's a little, you know, but it was, the whole thing was like, this is the end. It was like watching This Is the End.
Yes.
You know, Craig Robinson and him being there for a hot second
just to be murdered immediately.
This was awesome. I don't know. I and then calling Will Forte MacGruber is like, it's like, get out the way, MacGruber, and then everything about it. I wish there was like an Invincible reference. You know what I mean? Like all of this stuff. You know, it's just you know, for Seth Rogen, you know, or in Immortal. Well, I guess it can't do Immortals because that would MCU would probably come after him. You know what I mean? But I thought it was good, and I love the whole Puff Daddy reference with the oil and Homelander of all people giving them that look like, you motherfucker, like a total thing of disgrace, and Soulja Boy be like, hey, throwing people in the way of Mr. Marathon. Whole scene has nothing to do with the story, but man, I freaking loved it because I'm a huge Supernatural fan. I love when I see other characters from Supernatural showing up. I wish Jeffrey Dean Morgan was back. You know what I mean? As a like, you know.
So I think later on, as Butcher further decays, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like he gets further he'll pop up again. He'll pop up again. I think.
I wish we had more than just one little episode with Jared Marathon, because you know what I mean? I get it. Like, you know, this is probably more of like, hey, you want to do a cameo real quick? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
it would have made a lot of sense. It would have made for some reason if Butcher shows up, if Butcher would have showed up before Homelander and been like, hey, I'm looking for the V1, and then his alter ego shows up, you could have had them not talking to each other, of course, but you could have had them in the screen together.
Oh, look at the title. You see the title of the episode though? Okay, it makes sense. It's called One Shot. One Shot. One Shot is a phrase they use, especially with comic books and sometimes anime, when that has to deal like what they call filler episodes, where it's like, where it's just literally
it's a one-off, and
we're gonna
get back to the story later.
Okay, all right. So this was done on purpose.
Yes,
except for I mean, done on purpose in the sense of like it was literally meant for nothing, and they call it nothing. Even though the obviously we had the thing with Firecracker. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, but
also with that scene, especially with Mal Chemical, I think they're making a conscious effort that every episode they show you Homelander is not, dare I say, invincible, right? Like A-Train was faster than him. He only got caught because he was trying to save the girl, right? Then you got Ryan hurt him, right? And then only because he's a bigger guy and he beat him, but he make him bleed. Then you got the highly enriched uranium, right? Like he was hurt. Like you can hurt Homelander. In this episode, a chemical producer knocked Homelander out. It was only because Soldier Boy was there to kind of assist him that he was relatively able to get away. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're trying to lay the groundwork so when he does die, you're not like, this doesn't make any sense. Like nothing can beat Homelander. But like with the right combination of stuff and the right situation,
I think it's gonna be random. I think it's gonna be random. I think when he gets taken out, it's gonna be so random.
Make it like The Wire and Omar.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say it's gonna be like Omar, like this kid comes out of nowhere.
What?
It's going to be that. Thank you, Omar. I was literally, if you gave me 5 more seconds, I was going to. I was going to say, be like
Omar him.
Omar, yeah, Omar him. Just randomly pop off. The biggest gangster in the world.
Just go. So if it's not so in the trailer. So you say you haven't seen the season trailer? That's still haven't, right?
No.
All right. Never mind. This is getting on my nerves. Let's say that I will say for y'all who watched the trailer, there's a scene in the trailer which most of us believe that's him receiving the V1. What if that's him being killed, and it still looks awesome, and it's a misdirect? That is actually him going down. And it would still be an awesome scene. That's what. It was.
So maybe similar to since you caught up with Invincible, but the dude. Oh man, what's that girl who put on like the Iron Man suit or whatever before she went out in space?
Yeah.
This past season, she's battling that dude on the ground that looks like freaking Bane, and then he takes all the energy and he's like absorbing it, and he's like, "Yeah, give me more, yeah, more," and he's like,
"Yeah,
wait, no, wait,
yeah,
wait,
yeah,
it was too much, So it would be like that. That would be kind of.
That would be interesting if they went that route. But to do so is this the end? Like that's on my wall. Actually, it's one of my famous movies of the 2000s. Within 2000, I love the ensemble cast. Everybody comes in there. It just grounds it in reality because they're like they took the Benedicts. Which one? Both of them. I was like, oh shit.
I mean, and I love how in everything Michael Cera is always getting shitted on. Like even in this one, it was like, take Michael Cera, and then this one they're like, Michael Cera is dead, and this is the end. He's like, well, who gives a fuck about Michael Cera? I'm like, damn, one of these days he's gonna come back and get all of y'all, like, and just roast all of y'all, This is the whole thing. The only thing that was missing in this one was Danny McBride and maybe Backstreet Boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
Danny McBride should have been here. Danny McBride,
yeah, or at least one of the Harry Potter kids. One of them. It don't even have to be Hermione.
Just one of them.
It could be Ron. It could be Ron Weasley.
What the fuck is he doing? Henry could have did it because he's branching out. So like he's doing different things. In fact, he's with the dude in the Rise and Fall of Roscoe Jenkins. The
Tracy Morgan.
The Tracy Morgan show. Which is actually,
I thought I saw him in a trailer.
he has a recurring role. Like he's his arch nemesis in that, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. It's like, anyway. But to see him, I'm saying, but Radcliffe, what's his name? Like,
oh, you're not talking about here. You're talking about Ron Weasley's character.
Like, so like he's in there. I'm saying, but like Radcliffe is like he's in the show. Like it's those two together. It's like so he's producing a documentary on Tracy Morgan's character. So it's like he's like also in the show. So I'm saying he does TV. Like he's not above the boys. So it would have been interesting if he was in here. I was gonna say her name Rihanna is, she got a couple kids now, so she'll be busy. I mean, I can understand.
Kevin Hart's getting roasted, so
yeah. So when's that coming?
Later on this month.
So I was like, I don't know.
May 20. No, sorry, May 15th. I think it says it's like middle of the month. All
right.
So like,
we're looking at that. But anyway, I didn't get the Puff Daddy reference until I watched it again, and I was like, all the like Puff Oil.
I did not get it.
I'm sorry.
So even when you didn't even see the title, all that baby oil, you telling me that didn't even tell you about the whole?
I didn't know what was in the bottle until they started slipping. Until it started slipping, I was like, I thought it was semen. To be real, I mean, this show has done it. So I thought it was all semen until I realized it was baby oil, and I was like, oh, this is Puff Daddy. Okay, they're doing Puff Daddy real quick. But the meme discussion was funny. Let's do the black. No, that with the Black Lives Matter. What about blue? Because blue lives matter.
They say, yeah, we should definitely not do that.
Yeah, he was like white. He was like, what about white? It's like, nah, I don't think we should go that route.
Love it.
I was like, it was all anyway. So back to things that matter. Sister Sage. So Sister Sage, like saying her actual plan. I hope that's not her. I pray to God that she did not actually tell Ashley her legit plan, because I don't think Ashley's standing up to scrutiny. Like if Homelander comes for her and gets a whiff of what's going on, she will crumble and turn on Sage immediately. So I'm praying she knows that, and she's just putting something in her when that happens, not if it happens, when it happens, and her true plan is something else.
Well, but then I mean, maybe she felt like she had to tell her because Bashley isn't that the name of the other Ashley, the back of her head, Bash. Oh. When I was watching with subtitles, they call her Bashley. They put a B in
the back of her head.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, Bashley. I was like, oh, the other voice is Bashley. Yeah. So I figured maybe that's a good point. I don't know. Maybe she felt like, she gonna read her mind anyway. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe it's a misdirect.
That's what I'm saying, because
maybe it's like a misdirect, so then she don't have to try to feel like she has to read her mind because she just told her.
That's what earlier. See, episode 1, I want to say, Sage told her, stop trying to read my mind because you can't. So I took it as she couldn't read Soup's mind. She could only read regular people's mind. That's what I thought. And then, but if she's tasking her to read Homelander's mind, when she's like, oh, he's looking for V1, he's looking for V1. Yeah. Again, she's trying to keep that wedge between Soldier Boy and Homelander. Like, he get that V1, he's gonna be immortal. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not sure if that's what you want to do. And it's like, so she knows what he's looking for. I don't know why she acts surprised. Like, hey, let me know if they're looking for V1. So I'm like, what the? So I feel like she got a long.
Like you're wondering why Sister Sage is surprised, or Ashley? Which one? I'm sorry.
No, Sister Sage acts surprised. Oh. Like she was like, hey, where did he go? When she said, where did he go? Oh, he went to look for the V1. I felt like it was something like that. And I was like, you already know that. But anyway, I feel like it's a misdirect. I hope not. She don't think that Ashley's going to go the distance with her, because I doubt such.
I feel like Sister Sage needs to be more scared. I mean, rather than I think your concern with Sister Sage talking to Ashley about it, I think is more of a misdirect in the sense of, I think she should be more scared of talking to Soldier Boy in the elevator and trying to put that wedge in between, like you know what I mean? And I say that watching this episode as seeing Soldier Boy defending his son. And I saw that, I was like, oh shit. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh, Sister Sage. Like, cause Soldier, like you said, Soldier Boy ain't stupid. Like, if you talk to anyone like that, I'm like, interesting. Like if he gets the V1, that means to be immortal. How great would that be for you? Like, sarcasm, bitch. Like, I mean, people know that. You know what I mean? Like, people know that shit. So, like, I feel like that's even more dangerous because if now, all of a sudden, Soulja Boy is literally defending his son, like, from because that's the thing, he could just kill, like, you know what I mean? And, you know, and that was another thing I meant to ask you about that scene too. You know what I mean? With a marathon and whatnot. Like, why do you think all of a sudden Soulja Boy is now like
being daddy of the year?
You know what? I take that back. As I said that, I remember how the last episode ended. And yeah, because at the end he told because I guess Homelander was pissed. That's right, because he was in prison.
Yeah, he said,
and then he said fry me, and then you know, but they didn't even really have like a talk or whatever. I don't know.
They said that he said it this though. You're right, and I almost forgot. But they said at this episode, you could have killed me. Why didn't you? He was like, I didn't. You know, like they acknowledged it. Like I owe you, right? So somewhere in his head, he was like, he could have killed me, and he didn't. I'm not gonna let y'all kill him. So it could be that now they're 1 for 1. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be like that right now, but he recognized that despite all the shit that he said to Homelander's still like, you're my dad, and that means something to him. So I think in that moment he was like, oh, this is legit for him. Like he really does see us as family. You know what I'm saying? Now if he extends that to Ryan, that would again, Ryan, he's gonna come back like that. You know, he's gonna do the training montage and he's coming back. It'd be interesting if Soulja Boy acknowledges Ryan as family, you know, and it's like, I can't let you kill him. Maybe it's Ryan. Maybe Soulja Boy takes out Homelander to save Ryan. Because that would be, that would be a lot. But I was like, that would be a huge character arc. Yeah. But maybe I feel like those three. I feel like somehow those three are gonna make the big call between themselves. You know, I think. Yeah. And then maybe Ryan will be the Jesus, as you know, as he's the son of Homelander. You know what I'm saying? And then and that sort of thing. To the part that they don't leave it on a happy note. I don't think they leave the boys on a happy note.
I mean, I feel like Ryan might be part of the 7. You know, him and the Deep. You know, I mean, I would say Black Noir, but when I'm going deep into Black Noir now beefing. You know what I mean?
I was hoping, to your point of like this unnecessary shit. Like I was trying to save the unnecessary storylines for the last, because like I want to be positive in this video. But I was definitely like, fuck this Black Noir thing. Like it was completely unnecessary and not even interesting. Like I need them to fight and get this over with. Like I don't, this whole childish bickering going back and forth and shoving the eel up a man's ass. I'm like, we got bigger fish to fry, if I may. You know,
that's you know what, and you're right with all the other ridiculousness that's going on right now from Seth Rogen. At least with the Seth Rogen thing was at least entertaining. You know what I mean? It didn't amount to anything, but you freaking love it. You know, the Black Noir thing, it could be interesting if it was somehow involved more with Homelander, and then that could be more of the plot thing. But to your point, it seems like it's just an isolated beef between the two, and then you know, like you said, we got other stuff going on. You know what I mean? I mean, hell, I thought it was more entertaining watching Terror, you know, daydreaming about Homelander asking him to butt fuck him. You know what I mean? That was more entertaining. You know what I mean? That's a meme right there. That's gonna be a meme.
It is.
Poor Anthony Starr. Like I know when he walks away from the boys, he's gonna want to do some legit stuff. He will not walk away from some of the stuff that he's now becoming memed for. And this is going to be up there. But,
he should have did Banshee after this. Like Banshee was such a good show, and it's hard for me to remember that that's him. But like he should have almost did Banshee after this, and that would have made sense. Or that terrible Viola Davis movie, because he was the villain in that. And I'm like, I hope it's all Amazon, so maybe they're like, hey, we're gonna let you come up a little bit. But he commits. Like this actor commits to this role, and I respect that. But I'm like, again, we got bigger fish to fry. Like Terror got a lot of this episode, a lot of it, and I'm like, why are we doing this? Like
he got a lot of right.
I mean, it was. The dog was, and he died. He died in real life, so it was sad, you know. So
yeah.
I guess
that was the second dog, right? That's the other dog. Yeah. They replaced
No,
him.
well, I mean, no, it's the same dog. I'm just saying, like, he's like, no, they filmed it like last year. Like, he recently died. So I think,
I thought he died like a couple years ago. I thought he died like back in 2023 or something. And then I thought they just replaced him with a different dog. You sure?
I took it as this dog is dead. Whoever dog
I
was
don't know. Okay.
I just saw it on the memes, like on social media, like this week. And so maybe they were just wanting to announce it after his final performance, I guess. But as I'm understanding, he's no longer here. But anyway, RIP. It was a good story. And I appreciate that. I don't know why we had to get into the steak thing. Like this whole Kimiko Frenchie thing. Like, why are we doing this?
It'll be one thing if they would. This is the first time they brought up this whole rift between them two. You know what I mean? But it's not. Like we've seen this for the last 3 episodes already. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I mean, I'm all right, and that's the thing. I still think I still think both of them are awesome characters, but I just don't care about this that much right now. Especially when you put the stakes up so high about killing Homelander. I'm sorry, that's the whole season. That should be all everyone's zeroed in.
Yes.
That. Yes. Like, you know what I mean? That
I'm telling you, I'm still holding out hope that she's pregnant because I'm thinking the whole food thing, like her food tastes. I think Kimiko could be pregnant. I just feel like Frenchie's gonna die and Kimiko's gonna be pregnant. And I feel like that's why this is still even a conversation piece. I would say. Also, Tara was important because it shows that Butcher still loves someone and something. Like he still loves that dog. And that made him say, you know what, we'll try to help Kimiko. And
you know, I mean,
I thought that was sweet.
So yeah, so all right, so he doesn't love this character, but he cares for. I think he cares for Ryan. He cares for Ryan.
Yes,
he picked him up. He got him like when he was like literally like about to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you saw how like happy he was when he saw that he was still breathing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's just so that was like his. He tried to basically make the best of it. With that kid. You know what I mean? So he's and he feels kind of responsible. And in a weird way, I do think, no joke, especially after the fact that he saw him save Tara's life, I feel like he also kind of cares for Huey. Matter of fact, I think Butcher is kind of looking at, especially, I forgot to bring this character up, but Mother's Milk had an amazing freaking monologue in the beginning of this episode. Amazing. I thought it was really great what he basically said, essentially talking about how essentially after this, this is it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm probably gonna be dead. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Life is worth living when you don't care about living. Like, it's
right.
Once you accept it, you're right. Yeah. Once you accept you're gonna die, it's it's easy after that.
Yeah, and Butcher for once is the one that tried to pull him back and be like, "Yo, what about
you're right. I'm sorry.
What about your ex-wife? And what about your daughter?"
You're like, yeah.
He's the one that tried to pull him back. You know what I mean?
So again, it's like there's still life after this, but for him to this conversation, for him to say, I can't think about them knowing what we need me to do to make this happen. Yeah. Like he's putting himself in some type of, I'm like, how y'all felt about this episode?
I thought it was great. I mean, I don't think, I think David would probably agree with me saying it didn't answer a lot of things, but it was very, very fun.
It was fun.
Very, very fun. Yeah,
it was fun. I had to watch it. I had to watch other like social media videos. People like, wow, this is great. Because I was like, we got bigger fish to fry, and I got baby oil. You know what I'm saying? And like and Firecracker, like I'm supposed to give a damn. But I'm like, I did. So I was like, Firecracker gave it substance. I said gave it substance. And as we said, Soldier Boy showing his intelligence, I thought was great. The outsmart Edgar and standing up for his son. I thought these are things that's gonna carry on.
And that's a problem. And that's a problem because no joke, like the whole time you got all these different like facets of people thinking like, oh, Soldier Boy will take out Homelander. You know what I mean? We thought it was just the boys. We just thought it was just Butcher Street to be like, yo, help us. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing with Sage. Sage also was like, yo, Homelander. And then these nut jobs in LA, these Hollywood folks are like, help us kill Homelander.
Yeah.
Everybody is looking at Soldier Boy as in like, yo, kill this fool. Like, yes, that's your son, but you probably got other sons that you don't know about either because you are a wild boy. You know what I mean? You know, like
the whole real quick. This episode is good, and the vacuum is good, but a bad placement in a final season. Yeah, a lot of it.
agree. I agree.
Yeah,
last season, if it was last season, it would be. I mean, it'll still be a great episode, but yeah, it would be better fitted. Better fitted. There you
yes, it felt like a filler, but it's kind of. But as Chris pointed out earlier, the name is One Shot, which
One
means
Shot.
in
It's called One
a
Shot.
comic book way, it was intended to be a filler and just kind of one off for the most part. And then we're going to get back to regular storytelling next week. And if you think of a 10 episode arc, it's interesting that like episode 5, we're going to like take a break. Then we're going to come back down. Like we're going to ramp up. Like the next half, the second half is going to get crazy. So maybe they just want to take a breather before they get really serious in the next few, which I hope. I hope we're like, okay, let's get back to something of characters that matter. But no, you're right. You're right. Mother's Milk coming in, bringing it together. Like even like I said, even Butcher being like, nah, bro, like it's not that. You have hope. You have someone. He's like, well, what about your girl? He's like, yeah, but she gone now. So like he wasn't like what?
Yeah, because I think Huey was trying to. Because even the monologue, even the dialogue between Huey and Butcher was great too. Because Butcher, like Huey, basically kind of told Butcher, like, look, like even my ex, like my ex that just like died or whatever. I mean, this is like we still got to do. There's certain things we got to live for, and he said, what about? And then he said, yo, what would, like you said, like what would Rebecca think? Like I mean, Rebecca, like. What would Rebecca think? And he's like, I killed her. I'm like, I pretty much killed Rebecca. You know what I mean? Essentially, there was a lot of great one-on-one moments, and I thought if it was any other character, if we were talking about Frenchie or Kamiko about it, I'd be like, oh, that's not necessary. But Butcher, it is necessary because we still don't know what's going on in his head as far as his very, very end game. You know what I mean? Obviously, he's going to risk it all, essentially, but. The question is he going to try to take other people down with him, or is he going to just sacrifice just himself? You know what I mean? All this other stuff. You know what I mean? And the fact that we're getting some dialogue with other characters, and finally in like almost a season, more than a season and a half, Butcher is now looking human again. You know what I mean? It's promising. You know what I mean? That maybe an additional character might survive out of his crew. Like maybe one or two characters might live where pretty much all of them are probably going to go, And then now it's like, damn, y'all getting sentimental. That means at least one of y'all got to live now. Like, what the hell?
Kamiko and her baby. I feel like Kamiko and her baby, Huey and Starlight. I feel like they're the anchors, especially Huey. Like he is the star. This show is him. Is his journey through the world of the soups and me. So for him to go, I think that would be huge. If there's no further generation, like if he don't get Starlight pregnant and he goes, I think they would think that it lost the humanity of the show. I feel like he's supposed to be the humanity of always being positive. But that being said, it would be awesome if he's the one that takes it, not Butcher. If he's like, it's me and Homelander. I'm taking this one. You know what I'm saying? Like I would not see that coming per se. I just said it, but ultimately, like you're seeing Butcher going down with the ship, and he's perfectly prepared to do so. If Huey did it, like that would be like, oh shit. Like the one guy on the team who still think he has a future is like, nah, I'm doing it for everybody else, And I would like if I see, and then that's how the show is over. That's how the boys is over. But this is really Huey's story. So he has to go. I say him, Butcher, and Homelander. Everybody else could move on to a spinoff, if necessary. But I think those three would definitely have to go. And then you would have a different story, I thought. And then I agree with Mother's Milk in a sense. You need to have the mindset of I have nothing to lose in order to get the job done, because you probably won't go the extra mile. Yeah, when you think that you have your own family, right? You know, and that's where. But again, that implies that off camera, Butcher and he has discussed the final plan. And it's like what we need me to do. Like somehow they've decided this. Like he's gonna be the sacrificial whatever to make this plan happen, and we just are not privy to said plan. Is what I'm picking up from this conversation. So maybe the Butcher and Huey combo I love, but man, it feels repetitive to this every season. Butcher is to go is to go far, is so far gone. But Huey can see he's not all gone. Yeah. Kind of undermine season 4 ending with Butcher, in my opinion. You're right. You're right. Like they're just like, and when we do Daredevil next weekend because it's over next week.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. Like, you know, it's always Daredevil and Kingpin. They're always going to go hand to hand. Right. Daredevil's going to win to an extent, and they do this shit every next season, right? So it's like you need something different, you know, if we're trying to keep this thing going, so longevity. What do you think that?
She-Line and Dog Kill Terror. That would be kind of messed up, you know. So She-Line is the character we got introduced to when they were trying to kill that molten, that big old rock job.
Their version of Catwoman.
The one who kept eating all the crows and stuff, and you know, Dog Knot is the one who could sniff everything up with long hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that would actually be kind of, Johnny, that would be fucked up. Like if it was those two, Butcher, like no, they would have to die that same episode.
Yeah, they would they would have to die immediately. You know? Like Dog Knot is still around. She-Line, she's still at the social media house, right? Like it was her and the guy that was flying. Because right, like they never really went anywhere. Like and then Raven, Mother's Milk left the Raven character go. Actually,
wait, wasn't some other characters died though with the virus when they contained the virus? It was the lava dude, and then but someone else or someone.
It was Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Dude. I think it was the Soldier Boy and the lava dude because
there was another character. It was that other. Okay, so it wasn't She-Line, but that other dude. There was that other dude who looked like this young-looking, Ultraman-looking guy or whatever.
Jet Guy.
Jet Guy. Yes.
All right, so Jet Guy is dead, but so She-Line is still alive. So She-Line's still alive. I don't know where she's at, and then Raven, she escaped to whatever. We still don't got any of the Gen V characters. Let's just get that out there too. Like, I mean, I'm like, where in the hell?
I know, right?
I'm telling you, bro, they thought they were going to get a season 3, so they're going to show up around episode 9, like 9 and 10, and it's like you ain't coming back, bro. Like, you know, you
see, and the thing is, I thought the opposite because I think I was telling you before. I figured the way it ended that they figured that was the end, and they were just going to now bring all these Gen V characters and all these spinoffs. You know what I mean? Or at least the ones that's going to be present day. You know? I was like, we're like Marie's like, we're gonna wait till the finale of that. How crazy would it be? Where it's like the finale, the final fight is when all of a sudden we see the Gen V characters fighting the last fight. I'm like, motherfucker, like it'll be like straight up like Captain Marvel, but like, where the hell you been? like
you. And the thing is, they're in America. Like they're not off planet. Like they're here. And like it's so stupid that they want to believe that that Starlight has been like, hey guys, not need you right now, but you kind of do, but we kind of don't. Yes, you do. Like you need them. Like I said, like you need some more muscle. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like I don't even understand why they're not helping out. Like but they're last 2, maybe 3 episodes, maybe 3. If this season isn't headed towards a latter Earth where Homelander is so desperate and he unleashes hell on Earth, I'll be super disappointed, and this season would lose me entirely.
Where Homelander is so desperate he unleashes hell. I mean, that would probably be like maybe like the episode before the finale, you know, because
that would be 9. That would be episode 9.
That'll be episode 9 because remember, this is it. This is their last season, bro. This is their last season. So I mean, they got spinoffs coming, you know.
I feel like let's say he gets the V, which I hope not. Let's say he gets the V in end of 8, going into 9, and then they have to be like, we got to pull out all the stops to kill this dude. Also, real quick, again, they show Soldier Boy pining over Stormfront again.
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, here we go. So
like you get. I know that needs to be his mama. They need to be like, yo, like they took the egg. You need egg to go with sperm. If he nutted in the cup. Where'd the egg come from?
Well, to your point, I think the only way to birth a super is if the person carrying it is a super.
That's what
that works. I mean, everyone else has just been given like
post
birth, like when they were like little. You know what I mean? So
you remember the baby that Butcher used as a gun, as a laser gun, because the eye. What happened to that kid? Like, it would have been cool if that was Ryan somehow. Like, what happened to that kid?
Oh, you know what? I lied. That is not okay. Never mind. You don't have to be super because his mom carried Ryan.
Yeah, his mom was human.
Never mind. And his mom was human. Yeah.
But to your point, they need to tie this thing up in this series. Why do we keep on seeing Soldier Boy pine over Stormfront? I don't understand it.
I think a lot of it has to do with Vault Rising because they already got like some steals from Vault Rising already. I feel like between that and then now that they release the cast list of the Boys Mexico, you know what I mean? Which I'm like, all right, because someone told me about the show Andor, and the homie who played like in Andor.
Oh, the main character. The main character
Andor is the main character in this one. I was like, oh shoot, don't know if he's gonna be a soup or if he's gonna be like a butcher type deal or you know what I mean? But yeah, and that's another reason why I feel like the homie Stan is gonna live. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and, that's another reason why I'm like, oh, he's gonna try to franchise and they're gonna say something behind his back in Espanol, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh yeah, you forgot my last name is Esposito," and then just go. He's like, by the way,
I can make that chicken. I can make that chicken. I can speak that Spanish.
Those Romanos over there, let's open that up ASAP. I got an idea.
So who do you think main character is gonna die? I'm hoping Frenchie. I'm hoping Frenchie or the Deep. I want the Deep to die, but I feel like Frenchie is gonna pop off.
The next main character to die. Oof. Actually, ironically enough, I wouldn't have thought this if it wasn't for this episode here. I think Sage. Because she said too much.
All right.
And she said it to two people, like you got one who's just already a known snitch. You know what I mean? And then the other character with,
Ashley.
Oh, you know what though? Maybe not. Let me rephrase that because we still got to figure out what those plans were on that she was looking at. She was definitely looking at something
and plotting something.
So we would have to know what those are because I'm feeling like because she hasn't really added anything really new so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I forgot about that. So I don't know. Let me take back what I just said. Now I'm trying to think. Now who will be the next character that?
Come on, man! I gotta get the next episode.
Maybe Frenchie. Maybe Frenchie. Maybe you're right there.
Well, look, give me a 7 member because I'm trying to do both teams.
Seven member. I'm trying to think who's like. I think Black Noir. Black Noir is going to.
All right. The deep.
I think deep because I think the deep is going the distance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. I agree with you on that one. We only have 3 episodes left. So I thought this was a solid 10 episode season. I'm rewatching season 1, and man, they're kind of fumbling Homelander, like how Stan fumbled. I was in season 1, Vecna in season 1. Oh, Stranger Things. Homelander was smart, scary, fucking weird, and now he's a schizo. I think he's just devolving. Like sometimes they change and they grow, but like he's becoming more and more unstable, right? And it's like and I think it's evolution. It's just evolution of his character. He can't be the same, every single season. Like people grow and change from their experiences. So I think they're trying to show.
Yeah, like he be straight bipolar. I mean, like to your point. Look at Kanye, right? Kanye, incredibly smart dude. Like look at like old. Don't look at Kanye now. Look at like what Kanye was like years ago. The stuff he would talk about, like. He was a freaking he still is a genius, ironically enough. You know what I mean? Genius. And then now you're just like, what the fuck you talking about? Like talking about like literally, I think he did say like, oh, I am God. Like he said that, you know, I'm like,
what?
Like what? Like, you know, so that's a great comparison. Maybe Homeland, you know, I mean, everyone's like Homeland, a Bible that emulates someone else who also created a Bible, you know.
Interesting.
But maybe
I'm just saying. I like ancient. Let's not lose our jobs. But thank you guys very much for hanging out. We appreciate you. Chris will be back next week. For the boys next and crew.
Week. Yeah. Are you seeing Mortal Kombat or no? You're not seeing Mortal Kombat.
Oh, is that this? Oh,
that's next week. Maybe not.
If you want to review it, I'll see it, and then we'll talk about it if you want to do it. So I want to do Mortal Kombat, He-Man, the other one, He-Man's. I do want to do He-Man, Mandalorian next month. So it's a few movies I want to see, but let's coordinate that so we do that together. Anyway, guys, thank you guys very much. I gotta get to Tyler Perry. And so Chris, have a great weekend, and I will see you when I see you.
See you guys.
I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy the view. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
What? Go ahead.
Oh shit.
Casey, do your thing. Fuck that shit.
Anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.